Hello there, YouTube. I'm going to show another way to make these wood gas stoves with your small soup can. I like the way these bottoms are. A lot of new cans are that way. This is the kind that had the pull top. I take the safety can over and take this out because it makes a very strong bottom when you put it on there. The other one's already starting to stick from all the goo and the soot, and when you're done you can kind of tap it on there real good. If you don't have that lid anymore, you may be able to take some kind of lid. This is a can where somebody just pulled the pop tab, the pull tab out. You may be able to fit a lid in there somehow. So you can still use a can. But this one is also taken off with the safety lid opener too. So it may fit better than if you used a regular can opener. There's always a way to reuse the can even if somebody pulled the pull tab out of it. Okay, this is what we did. Get our pointer here. We cut up to, might be hard to see with the marker here, and the sun. We cut up to this line, okay, that is this ridge in the can. Then we cut halfway through in little segments to get on the very center of this beaded part. I'm trying to move the camera around so you can see it real good. I have a problem with the sun coming in this time of day. Okay, what that's going to do is, because it has to be bigger than this, if you go here, that's just about right. If you look down in here, you can see where I folded little tabs over, and I use a glove and just use my thumb. I start bending them over by tapping with my hammer on a block of wood. I start bending them over, and you'll end up with a ridge like this. We'll turn side to side here. I know it's hard to see with the reflection. You'll end up on the center of that ridge. This can will fit in here snug. Really nice to have a small, bulky hammer to form metal with. Stuff like that. This will give me more airspace than the last one I made. The last one I made, I didn't use a can this tall, and it didn't have that much airspace. So we're going with this design. That way, as I make these videos, they're all experiment, we'll see which one's better. That fits very nice. This fits better than the one I made the last time out of the soup cans, because it's trying to come loose a little bit, because I just cut the hole and put it in. This has been formed over. Well, the other one I did hammer on it a little bit when I folded it over. When you make your holes in the bottom, I'll mention that each time, allow for this. Allow this much spacing before you'll have the bottom edge of your hole. When you measure, allow that much. I have the luxury of these. They're junk. We used to have a dial on them, and that's long gone, but it's a great measuring tool because you can scrape the metal. You can go along here like this and scrape the metal. So I like these junky old things. I think this would be a much better design. I always put 8 holes at the top, 8 or 10 holes. That really doesn't matter, 8 or 10 holes. But I will make these only a 1/4 inch, maybe smaller. They might only be 3/16. I want smaller holes up here. I think I've been making my holes too big. Now the bottom, there'll be a full 1/2 inch around the outside of the bottom of the can. Here I put about 16 holes, 1/4 inch. That's not too particular. This is going to give me more space, because the other one, my air holes are right where the soup can starts. I will show the difference in the two when I'm done making it. So we don't want these videos to be too long. But this works very well how I did this. I do have the luxury of a Dremel tool, but if you want to take a utility knife and go around there enough times, you can cut through tin. I'll do that so many times it won't be this type of can. Because you will find them just as you'll find the big soup cans with that type of bottom. This is how I made the other one. I'd cut and rolled this edge over a little bit. So enough of that. We'll show when it's done and make this a short video. Okay, before we put this together, we'll show how many holes we put in here. Bottom has 8 holes, 1/2 inch diameter, 8 of them. Here there's approximately 20 holes, about 1/8 drill bit. I want a little bit smaller this time here. My little chunks of wood have been falling through. Okay, here I decided to go with 16 holes, 3/16. That is 1/16 smaller than a 1/4 inch. I want the jets to be smaller. And I did file it out, grind it out, use some sandpaper, try to make your jet holes clean as can be. I have a new bit, so these have been coming out real clean. There's not a lot of slag. I still take my chainsaw file. I really like it. They're well made. If you read on there, name brand, they'll be Swiss made. They are a nice little file for filing through round holes and stuff. If I get through a hole, looking through the back of the camera. They will clean that stuff up really well. You can go in either way. Worked really well for cleaning that up. Because I did this with a step bit and it was kind of messy. I just used my step bit and just used the end of it. Uni bit, I should say, 'cause it's not a step bit. Step bit has little steps to it. This is just whatever uni bit. And it did get a little messy, but this isn't rocket science. Okay, we'll put this in here real quick. Videos too long, they might get boring. I will watch the video for a half hour if it's teaching me something. So hopefully I'm teaching something. See, this time I have the holes below that. That's what I was after. The other one, I'll show you the other one. This was just a vegetable can with a soup can. I don't want to pull the bottom off because it's glued with the soot. But you can see where that's sticking down into the holes. Much bigger, much better. It's just a tall soup can. I think it was generic brand. I do like this because you can tap these on. And my other one for burning it twice, get all the junk out. It's kind of glued on from the creosote, the sappy wood and everything. So it may never fall off. It has gotten hot in there. So it may never fall off. So next video you'll see will be this in action. I hope I covered the holes. 3/16. Bottom are 1/2 inch. There's 8 of them. There's 16 here, and there's about 20 little holes there. These are 8 of them, 1/2 inch diameter. I just put my paper around it and I just split it. I split it in half, split it in 4s, 8s. It doesn't have to be exact. I like making the holes nice and clean. I may even sandpaper that a little bit. Just get the rough edges off. It's going to eventually get blackened. But I like to have it as nice a job as I can on the outside. This worked real well. The way that can went in there. I don't know if this will show up on the camera like it did earlier. You're going to cut up to here, that ridge, and you're going to slot to the center of that ridge. Fold them over like I showed. Tap the hammer a little bit. I really like this. There's more airspace around this now. I'm going to give it a try. Thanks for watching this part.